Hello guys, I'm gonna reenact one of my first videos we had to watch in AP Economics. I'm gonna throw down the volume so that I can also show you guys what we did during this.
Hey, how you doing, class of 2013? My name's Mr. Clifford. I'm gonna be your AP Economics teacher.
Sweet.
The first thing I want to do is apologize for not being here today.
It's okay.
You know, the first and second day are the most important days of the entire year, and I know me not being here is kind of weird, so I apologize.
Okay.
It's actually for good reasons I'll explain in this video. I made this video in place of me actually being there, but I want you to pretend I'm actually in the room. That means when I ask questions, I actually want you to answer out loud and actually speak to the video, okay? So pretend think of it like I'm Tupac at Coachella.
Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming.
Don't know.
You guys get it? No, seriously. You guys get it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. The first thing I'll tell you is I'm super excited about teaching the class of 2013. All right? If you're just half as excited as I am, we're going to be fine. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce myself, talk about who I am, what I'm into, and then we'll start talking about the actual course. All right? So take a look. Like I said, my name is Mr. Clifford. I was born and raised in Escondido. And I'm still here, still in Escondido. Still here for my whole life.
Oh no, why do teachers give out basic information
Actually,
about themselves?
I went to San Pasqual High School. Right? I'm an Eagle. So I had Mr. Whitehead, I had Mr. Carter, I had all these other teachers that you might actually have as well. When I was here at San Pasqual, I was a football player. And I got a scholarship to play at Kentucky State University my freshman year. And that was pretty fun. But after that, I got injured, and so I decided to go to University of Illinois, which was great. It's a Big Ten school, and it's awesome. And that's where I met my wife, Paula. Right from there, I went to Cal State San Marcos to get my teaching credential. And in 2011, I just finished my master's degree in economic education from the University of Delaware. Now,
I'm sorry,
on top of that, I also graded the AP exams as well. So for the last 5 years, I went to Cincinnati, or before that, Lincoln, Nebraska, to go grade AP tests. So another thing I do on the side is I teach teachers how to teach AP economics. And so I'm a college board consultant, which means I go around the country and I teach other teachers. So this summertime, I led 5 summer institutes, right? One in the University of Georgia, one in Las Vegas, one in Phoenix, one in San Diego, and one actually up in the LA area. Now, all these things, all of them are great, but the one that's the most important one is this last one. Take a look here. I'm a proud parent of 4.9 kids.
And I got
the reason why I say 0.9 is because my wife is pregnant and she's due in about 3 weeks.
Okay.
In fact, funny thing, a mass workshop, someone from the back says, "Hey, you need a new pastime." And he's probably, take a look, this is a picture of my family.
Like sexual innuendo. Aww, look at those cute kids.
Now, if you guys didn't go, aww, I'm going to be super disappointed. Nice. In fact, right now, everyone do that, all right? Everyone in this room, all right? Same time, look at the picture and say, ah. No, I'm serious. Do it louder. Ah. Good. We're going to get to know each other a lot more than that, but that was just a quick introduction to who I am. Now let's talk about the class. If you look around the room, you see a few references to AC/DC. And if you can see from my belt buckle, it says AC/DC. Every year,
that pops out to me.
One of these and I get one that I'll wear. Now, AC/DC is a cool band. In fact, I got some people who walk by my go, "You Mr. Clifford? AC/DC rocks." Yeah! AC/DC does rock. But AC/DC, the band, is not what this stands for. It's actually something different. It's my teaching philosophy. Right? AC/DC is Mr. Clifford's teaching philosophy. It stands for active learning, cooperative learning, discovery learning, and community. This class is going to be extremely active. All right? Everything I teach you, I'm going to try to teach you in an active, interesting sort of way. All right? Cooperative learning means you're working a lot with your partner. Now, if you look where you're sitting right now, you're next to a partner, right? You kind of paired off in twos. Now, when I come back, I'm going to switch up the seating chart, so you're actually sitting with people I want you to sit with, but you're going to be working a lot with a partner. We're also going to do a lot of discovery learning activities. Now, discovery learning activities are learning by doing.
I want to pause that real quick. For cooperative learning, shouldn't he let his students sit anywhere so they can find out who their best partner is, such their cooperative learning will be the best? I'm just saying. Carry on. This is probably the first and last time I pause.
So instead of just talking about a concept, we'll actually do it. And the last one, the most important one, is community. Community is the idea that you feel comfortable coming to this classroom. All right? You're comfortable coming to me for questions. You're comfortable going to each other for questions. And more important, having fun learning this stuff along the way. Community is the one thing that if we have, other things will fall into place. Now, usually the first day of school, I spend a lot of time talking about the syllabus, more the rules of the class and what the class is all about. Instead, I'm going to do that stuff tomorrow. So today we're going to talk about why you actually are in AP Economics. Why are you here? I'm not joking. AP Economics is going to completely revolutionize the way that you analyze life. In its simplest terms, economics is the study of choices. Choices that individuals make, or the businesses make, or the government makes. So really, economics is the study of choices and weighing in benefits and costs. So when I say this class is going to completely revolutionize your thought process, it will. You don't believe me, do you? What I have for you is an example of some decision making that needs to be done. All right? This chart shows an individual deciding to go to the movies. All right? If you look at the left-hand side, you see number of times watching a movie. So first time, second time, and third time. Let's just pick a movie here. Let's just do it with Avengers. All right? In fact, raise your hand if you've seen the movie Avengers. Okay?
In my hands.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, perfect. That's great. Now, for this individual with these numbers, this is the first time watching the movie Avengers, the second time, and the third time. As you can see in the middle column, this is their benefit. And so the first time they would get $30 worth of benefit, or they'd be willing to pay $30 to go see the movie. The second time it's $15, the third time it's $5, and the total benefit is $50 from watching the movie 3 times. Now, really quickly, notice how the benefit is falling. It's going 30, then 15, 5. Why is it going down? Don't forget, you're supposed to answer the questions out loud.
That's because the marginal benefit.
Why is it going down? Yes, that's right, because you saw the movie before. You get less satisfaction. In fact, that's called something. It's called the law of diminishing marginal utility. You haven't learned it yet. You'll learn it down the line. Now, on the far right side, you can see the cost, right? The cost of going to the movies is $10. The second time you go to the movies is $10. The third time cost is $10. And the total cost of going to the movie 3 times is $30. All right, so the benefit is $50, the total cost is $30. So the question I have for you is simple. Would you see the movie 3 times, yes or no? Okay, here's what I want. Inside this room, we got people sitting on the right-hand side and people sitting on the left-hand side. I want the people sitting on the right-hand side, in your pairs, on the right-hand side, lean over, and I want you to answer the question. Do you see the movie 3 times, yes or no,
on the left side.
And why? All right, you only got 42 seconds, ready, go.
No, because like, I'm gonna get it on DVD. I can watch it every time for free. Plus, I prefer the second movie anyway. So, yeah. I think I might watch it a second time, but probably not a third because there's still a little bit of marginal benefit to it. But the third time is just a waste of money. And yes, I'm talking to myself, but actually not myself. You, my viewers.
Should you see the movie 3 times? The answer is yes or no. All right? Now, usually half the students get it right and half the students get it wrong. The right answer, no doubt about it, is no. No. The answer is no. Why? Well, take a look at the number. Okay, notice here, right? The benefit 30, 15, 5 is falling. And even though the total benefit is greater than the total cost, there's something else going on here. All right? Look up here. If I told you you benefit $30 for doing something, for watching a movie the first time, and it cost you $10, would you do it? The answer is yes, of course. If you benefit $30 and it costs you $10, of course you would. How about if it benefits you $15, or you'd be willing to pay $15 and it costs you $10? Would you do it? Yes, of course. But, and take a look at the third time going to this movie. If you benefit $5 from going to the movie, but it costs you $10 to go, would you go? The answer is no. Now this introduces the first key concept in economics, is the idea of marginal benefit and marginal cost. When we make decisions, we look at the additional benefit and the additional cost. Not the total benefit and total cost. We look at the additional benefit, the marginal benefit and the marginal cost of things. This movies thing is obviously a super simple example, but that helps us understand the general concept that I'm talking about of weighing benefits and weighing costs. And I can tell you right now, every single student in this room right now wanted to come to school today. Now, how did I know that? How did I know that you wanted to come to school today?
You don't.
Yes, because you're here. You had to make a choice this morning, right? The alarm went off, and you leaned over, and you put it on snooze. Oh, geez. Oh, man. And you decided to make a cost-benefit analysis. Okay, what's the benefit of going to school versus what's the cost? And that's the question. What was the cost of coming to school? Was there a cost? Is it free? Well, take a look at this. Let's do a different example. Given the following assumptions, I want you to make a rational choice in your own self-interest. In other words, I want you to make the best decision for you. Hold everything else constant. Don't bring in, oh, what about this and what about this? What if this happens? Don't do that. Here are the three scenarios, all right? You want to visit a friend for a week, okay? You work every weekday earning $100 per day, and there's 3 flights to choose from, right? Thursday night flight, which is $275, the Friday early morning flight, which is $300, and the Friday night flight, which is $325. The question, again, is simple. Which flight do you choose and why? Now, here's what I want. The person on the left-hand side, yeah, that's you over here, lean over, tell them which 3 of these flights to choose and why. Ready and go.
Thursday night because that stuff is cheaper. I ain't gonna pause
Now,
my video.
this question you see here is actually something that happened in real life in my family, right? About 10 years ago, when we were back in college, me and my wife were going to go visit her family in Canada, right? And she was looking at Expedia, and she had these actual prices, and she was just about to say the one that most people would think, right? She goes, I want to choose Thursday night flight. It's $275. I'm about to press pay. She's just about to press it. I said, whoa, hold on, sweetheart. Let's analyze this. Let's use a little bit of economics. My wife hadn't taken any econ classes. Now, as you notice, the price of the Thursday night flight is $275. The $275 is the normal out-of-pocket cost of the Thursday night flight. But there's also another cost. What's the other cost? Well, the $100 that you can't earn because you can't work Friday. Okay? So the real cost of the Thursday night flight isn't $275, it's actually $375. Right? Same thing for the Friday early morning flight, right? So instead of $300, don't forget you can't work Friday if you're leaving that morning, and so the real cost is $400. And since you're not losing any income by going Friday night, the actual only cost of Friday night is $325. Now, which one do you choose? The Friday night flight. Now, if you understand that, here's actually kind of a trick of economics. I'm sure there's a few of you who are thinking this. You were looking at these numbers, and you said, well, you know what, actually, Mr. Clifford? If you come back a week earlier from the Thursday night flight, that means you can actually work the following Friday, and you actually didn't lose the $100. Yeah, I'm right, Mr. Clifford. I'm right. And the answer is, you are right, kind of. Remember at the beginning, I told you, hold every constant. That means don't bring in outside junk. So, although you are right, actually, that actually is a good analysis. But the concept here, when I said a week, I meant like a weekend to a weekend. You're spending the whole time out with this person. Other people go, Mr. Clifford, but what if it's like a really hot chick and I want to go see her really bad, so it's worth the $100 I lost? That's a different concept. Don't bring in outside stuff, right? Using these numbers, the best flight for you to choose is Friday night flight because it has the lowest cost when you factor in something called
don't think outside the box.
opportunity cost. Now, you remember when we were talking about the cost of going to school? Well, that's it. It's your opportunity. Instead of being here in school today, you could have done all sorts of other things, right? You could have gone to Disneyland, right? You could have gone to the mall. You could have slept in. That's probably what you would have done, right? All these things you could have done are called trade-offs. The one thing that you would have done, the one thing you're giving up, the one alternative that you would have picked had you not come to school is your opportunity. Now, this is huge when it comes to decision making, right? Most people, when they make choices, factor in what they could have done with their time or energy or the money they could have made. Why didn't LeBron go to college? Why? Because his opportunity cost to do so was way too high. All right, it's time for another example. I need a volunteer. Go ahead and raise your hand if you're willing to volunteer.
Volunteer tribute.
Okay, you right there in the back. No, in the back, not you. All right, go ahead and stand up. Stand up. All right, I'm going to ask you. I want you to name 3 things that you don't like to eat. And we're going to go ahead and write on the board right here, okay? So, go ahead and name 3 things.
Spaghetti, pizza, lettuce.
Okay. Alright, everyone take a look at this list. Alright, take a look at this. I'm sure there's other things that you don't like. No, stand back up. Stand back up. I got a question for you. Instead of any 3 things, you had to eat dog poop. Alright, that was your choice between dog poop or any 3. Which one would you choose? Hopefully, you said one of these and dog poop. So my question is, if you really don't like these things, but you don't like dog poop even worse, then why isn't dog poop on your list?
Okay, what?
But I didn't say anything about being food. I said, what do you not like to eat? What things do you not like to eat? The reason why you don't put dog poop on that list is because when you make choices and decisions, some things are automatically taken out of your brain. You obviously wouldn't even calculate it because the cost is so high, right? So, rat poison, right, or antifreeze, or something like that. You're obviously not even going to choose those things at all. That's not going to be part of what you're going to make. But it still is a choice, right? And so when you analyze cost and benefits, and you say things like, oh, man, I hate mustard. You actually don't hate mustard. You actually prefer mustard from other things, right? It all depends on benefits and costs. Let's do a different example. I need somebody to go ahead and raise your hand. All right, raise your hand. I need a volunteer. Raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. All right? Let me look around. All right. Over here. You right there. No, underneath the big marine flag.
Okay,
you go ahead and stand up. Stand up. All right, what's your name?
Isaac Brown.
Nice to meet you. My name is Mr. Clifford. Now, tell me the name of the girl you're currently dating. What's her name?
Michelle.
She sounds nice. Now, how do I know for a fact that you like her more than any other girl in this room, or actually any other girl on campus? How do I know that?
She'll turn me on?
That's right, because you're dating her. Now, here's my next question.
And that too.
What is the trade-off for dating her? Right. Trade-off for all the other girls you could have been dating, right? So all the girls in the room who are in your league, let's be honest, you could be dating, right? All the other girls you could have been dating that you're not because you're with this girl, okay? Next question, what's your opportunity cost? Answer that, don't answer that, don't answer that. That can get you in trouble. Seriously, that's scary. Now, if he answered that question, stay standing, stay standing.
Okay, thanks.
If he answered that question, yeah, my opportunity cost is, he'd have to identify what? Yeah, the specific girl he would be dating had he not been dating this other girl. Your opportunity cost is the next best alternative. So that being said, stand up. That being said, who's the opportunity cost? Just joking. Don't say it. Don't say it. You can yourself. All right, sit down. Sit down.
Thank you.
The whole reason we did any of that was just to explain the idea that this class is going to change the way you think. Right? I'm going to give you better tools that weigh benefits and costs you've ever had in your life. Now, hopefully, when you walk out of here, you're going to be a better consumer, a better citizen, a better voter, and some of you are actually going to own your own business someday. And so the things you learn here are going to help you understand the concept of when you have to go hire workers, or when you have to go try to maximize profit producing something. And that's the reason why you're in this course. What it also does, it explains why Mr. Clifford's not here today. The reason I'm not here today is because of opportunity cost.
Oh, yeah.
So on top of being a teacher here at San Pasquale, I also do some education consulting. So sometimes I get asked to go to other schools to go present to teachers about teaching strategies and philosophy behind different concepts and things that I do, and this thing I do called AP Boot Camp. So back in April, I had a school contact me in Baltimore that asked if I could come out and present. They told me the date. They said August 20th and 21st. And I was like, oh, crap. That's first day of school. Now, if they offered me $1,000, I would not have. So what does that mean? Well, the benefit of being here today is worth to me at least $1,000, right? If they said, we're going to give you $1,000, I'd be like, you know what, it's not covering my opportunity cost. I don't want to miss out that first day with my students. They offered me more than $1,000. In fact, they covered my opportunity cost. That's why I'm not here, right? Benefits and cost. The benefits outweigh the cost. Sorry, I'm missing today. Now, I'm also missing tomorrow. Tomorrow, I need you to be here because we're going to talk about the course. We're going to give you some homework and some other things you have to get ready for what we're doing later in the week. Something called AP Boot Camp. All right, one last thing. I want you to put those papers down, and guys, look up here. Look up here. Look at my eyes. Right? Right here. Now I'm here. Now I'm here.
My textbook
down here.
By the way.
All joking aside, I am super excited about being your teacher this year. Right? This class is going to be a blast. If you're just half as excited as I am, we're going to be fine. All right? See you tomorrow.
Michelle, isn't that like cyber school? Because he wasn't. I wasn't actually.
Hey, how you doing, students? Class of 2013. My name is Mr. Clifford. Mr. Clifford. How can I mess up my own name?
Hey, one time I did that. One time I almost messed up with Michelle. One time. But anyway, see you guys around. I hope you like this. Let me know what you think, Michelle.